Hello and welcome to another lesson on soundproofing and room acoustics. My name is Wilson Harwood and I am a studio designer and acoustician based in Nashville, Tennessee. Today I'm going to share with you three different door providers where you can buy a quality soundproof door depending on where you live in the world. So I'll be looking at North America, Australia, New Zealand, and then also Europe. And I'm going to give you some options that I've found throughout my design work with several clients around the world. Before we jump in, I want to let you know that I do have a free resource for you if you are trying to do this all yourself. This is my soundproofing workshop. It is 45 minutes of in-depth teaching going over everything about soundproofing. You can watch it right away at soundproofyourstudio.com/workshop. All right, let's jump into this lesson on where to buy soundproof doors. All right, so the first provider and my favorite store right now for selling not just soundproof doors, but anything soundproof related is called the ISO Store here in the United States. And as you can see here, if you go to isostore.com, click on their products, go down to doors, you'll find that they have three different door options here for you. On the left side here, you have the ISO Door HD, which is going to be 2.5 inches thick and weighs 340 pounds, which is extremely heavy for a soundproof door. Then in the middle, you have a standard 1 3/4 inch at 230 pounds for the ISO Door SD. And then the thickness also at 1 3/4, which is a standard door thickness, weight of 140 pounds. So which one should you choose is probably what you're asking. And also, you might be looking at these prices and say, wow, that's a lot of money. I can assure you it is not a lot of money when it comes to soundproofing and isolated doors. This is actually very affordable. The most affordable, in fact, I've ever seen in the United States for a soundproof specific door of this quality. So I highly recommend going with these guys for affordability, if not also for the fact that their website is extremely well done. You can easily buy these doors with all the custom features without even having to talk to them. And then you can also have it shipped right to your door. So it's very straightforward, and all of that is a huge reason why I've liked working with the ISO Store. So which door should you choose? Let's get to that question first, and I'll try to help you out with this as best as I can based on the experience I've had with some of my own clients. We actually installed an ISO Door HD recently here in Nashville. I haven't actually had the chance to see it yet and experience it in action, but I will shortly, and I'll certainly obviously have a video about that probably. So keep an eye out for that in the future. But the ISO Door HD is their top-of-the-line door. You probably could get away with one of these doors, honestly. I usually am against having a single door. I prefer the communicating door, but that's when you're building your own doors. And it's really hard to achieve a 340-pound door with perfect seals that's been road tested, so to speak, by this company. So, I think that in a lot of my designs, I might move towards doing a single ISO Door HD when I feel it will provide the right isolation for the client. And that comes down to weight on a lot of levels. It comes down to price. If the client's not willing to buy two of these other doors for price reasons, this will still be the most affordable option, while still allowing ease of use of installation. And then second over here, we have the ISO Door SD, which is their middle of the line door at 230 pounds. And this door I would choose based on if your weight of your walls is equal to 230 pounds or less. So what I do with all these door situations and windows, in fact, too, but definitely with the doors, is I add up the mass of both sides of my walls in a wall system where the door is going to be. And I say, okay, what's the pound per square footage weight there? In this case, if we're having a 36 by 80 inch door, let's say it's 230 pounds. You might have to ask them, by the way, what the weight is on different size doors. I'm pretty much assuming, which is not a good thing to ever do in this industry, that the 230 pounds is their 36 by 80 inch standard size door. But always good to email them. But if I'm doing it based on weight and I'm trying to estimate, I would say, okay, if we have, 2 layers of drywall on each side, we roughly want, X amount of weight for the door. So that's sort of the calculation that I usually do for deciding whether I'm going to use an ISO Door HD, ISO Door SD, or a combination of maybe two ISO Door Vs, which would be the 140 pounds. I will say that, 140 pounds is close to the weight that I do with my standard custom doors, meaning a solid core door from Home Depot, which is usually 60 pounds. It's hard to get them, higher than 60 pounds. If you're lucky, you can find heavier solid core doors. And then I add 3/4 inch MDF on the back, and that'll really boost up the weight of that door closer to 150 pounds. You can also add a 2-pound MLV sandwiched in there if you want also extra mass, plus a little bit of that damping, which is really helpful for isolation. So you can do all of that with your 2 double door system. And I will say, when we're comparing costs here, the double door communicating door, if you build it all by yourself and you just account for costs, I've added it up. It's constantly changing over the time. I'm constantly adjusting my door systems. But, it's roughly in that $2,000 range for materials. You might be able to get a little lower, might be a little bit more, but let's just ballpark it around $2,000. But then you have to factor in labor. If you're doing all the labor yourself, great. $2,000 plus, if you're paying yourself anything, which you should technically be paying for your time when you're building this stuff, but say you do it on the weekends, it's for fun, it's a project, it costs nothing, your labor's free. $2,000 for a door. But you have to factor in the fact that you're probably not going to do it in one weekend. It might take you 2 weekends. So that just ate up 2 of your weekends. It slowed down your build. These things are really complex. Hanging a door, especially a really heavy door, hanging 2 really heavy doors is not easy to do. Now let's take a look at it if you're not actually going to be hiring, or if you're not going to be doing it yourself, you're going to hire someone out. This is what a lot of my clients are dealing with. And I look at them and I say, hey, you're trying to bid a project to a contractor team that probably looks at your plans and says, this is outrageous. And then on top of that, there's a whole set of part of the plans where I'm teaching them how to build a custom soundproof door. And they're looking at that and they're like, man, that's going to cost, so much time and effort. And that's where the price for a soundproof door that might cost $2,000 in materials might be bid at $5,000, $6,000 by a contracting crew who's like, this is going to be a nightmare to do. Whereas if you buy a $3,100 door that ships right to the site, like a traditional contracting crew, they would just take the door, install it like they normally would, shim it up, a couple little minor tweaks because it's isolated. We want to make sure it's well sealed. But all in all, it's a much simpler situation. And you got to think of the whole project. You can't just think of individual pieces like this. And you need to think about, if you're working with a contractor, how much trouble am I adding to the project by having every little piece be custom? And is that really going to save me money in the long run? Or is it actually going to cost me more money in the long run? And I would say from my experience, and also Henry would agree with me on this because we talked about it recently on the phone, he said, yeah, after installing the IsoDoor HD, he's like, this is the way to go. I don't want to ever have to build custom doors again, and I don't blame him. Neither do I, and nor do I really enjoy designing them. They take a ton of time to design. So I think all in all, I'm moving towards using the ISO store, and that's why I wanted to create this video, because I want to convince you guys that everybody wants to build a studio for $10,000. It's nearly impossible. So if you get to the point where you're like, it's probably going to cost me more like $30,000 to $50,000, suddenly a $3,000 door or a $4,800 door or somewhere in the middle of 2 of these doors doesn't seem so outrageous in the big scheme of things. And that's where your mind should be if you're really serious about doing this. So anyways, I just wanted to show you real quick how this works because it's kind of cool. You can choose the IsoDoor HD is their best door again, and they have this option for the low frequency core, which is really cool if you have like drums or low frequency bass or like a full band playing. You might want to choose the low frequency core. If you're just doing things like vocals or mixing, the HDLF will probably be just fine. And honestly, I think the HD door would be just fine. And honestly, I might talk to them more about this, but when you have a 340-pound door, regardless of whether it has a low frequency core or not, that's going to be stopping all the frequencies, mids, highs, and lows, just based on mass alone. So this is the other thing I would say is that it comes with everything you need, like all the seals, the frame, the hinges, the drop seal. The threshold you might have to buy separately. I'll have to double check on that. And then you have to buy, they recommend the inox handles right here. You can see. And this is actually what I use on my doors now too. Basically just took their advice. These are, about $125 lock sets, but you don't want to buy a $20 lock set from Home Depot on these doors. Mine feels like it's about to break at any moment. You always have to think about your back set as well. So there's a lot of things you want to think about when you're dealing with these doors, and just getting a heavy duty, high quality lock set is something I highly recommend when you're dealing with this much weight on a door. So that is the basics. There's a lot more that you can dive into. I highly recommend reaching out to them if you have questions. So you can always email them or request a call back. They're super good at answering emails. Great people over at the ISO store. Really have had nothing but good things to say. So now let's switch to New Zealand, where I had a client. We built a studio in New Zealand, and we bought this door right here. This is called Pacific Doors, and they were great to work with. The client is very happy with the door. It certainly isolates well. We did a single door, acoustic rating of 50 here, and threshold plate and drop seal comes with it, double drop seal. And this is what I would use if I was in that part of the world. I would try to get one of these Pacific doors shipped either to Australia, certainly New Zealand. And, you know, it's not as nice of a website. We had to do a lot more back and forth over email. There was a lot. They were very critical about getting the plans exactly right, and we had to sign off on all the dimensions, which is really important. So, but still very easy to work with, and they did a great job. So highly recommend working with Pacific Doors if you're in that part of the world. Lastly, I had a project I did recently in London, in the London area, and had a lot of trouble finding doors, but came across Latham's steel security doors, which is kind of interesting. And this is where you can get a little creative. And, you know, these are not necessarily meant for studios, but they do have an acoustic rating here. And the two doors I would really look at are probably the security steel door, which is the heavy duty one. And this will give you an acoustic rating of 35 dB, which, you know, 35 dB is, it's this, I wish they had something more to say here. Like, is this an RW? It's clearly not an STC rating. But basically 35 decibels of difference between when the door is open and when the door is closed. And that's really also hard to know, like, well, how 35 decibels at 100 hertz or 35 decibels at 40 hertz. You know, these are the things that are really hard to know when they just put things like that on their, you know, submittal sheets. But basically, it's a good door. 35 dB is good. 38 dB is great. 3 dB is significant because of the logarithmic scale. A total doubling, or in this case, we're looking at having a volume, is about roughly considered 10 dB. I've heard 6 dB, but 6 to 10 dB, a difference in 6 to 10 dB will feel to our ears like a halving of the volume. So it's pretty significant. It's going from just 3 dB to another 3 dB of isolation. So the Ultra Duty is a little bit more money, but if you have the budget, again, we're looking at, like, you know, $700 US or, like, you know, $350 US, and converting from pounds, whatever that is. It might even be less now with the conversion rates, exchange rates. But this is a really affordable door, and it weighs a ton. I can't remember the weight is roughly around 80 kilograms, and this weight is like roughly around 100 kilograms. So if you do the math and convert it, you know, it's super heavy doors. They will do a good job. You can even double them up so you have communicating doors, one of these on each side. You could get the Ultra Duty door and have a solid core door on the inside, so it's mismatched. You know, most of your mass is on the outside, and then you have another bit of mass on the inside. That's okay. You can do that. So there's a lot of options here. You can kind of work in with what works in your budget and your space and aesthetic, you know, steel versus wood doors. So this is what I'd recommend in the European, certainly in the UK region. All right, I hope this has been helpful. You know, as I find more companies out there that I've worked with and actually had experience with, I'll always share that with you on the channel. If you have experience with doors, put them in the comments. I'm sure people will learn a lot from that. And do consider making your own custom doors if you want. Like I said, I would recommend it only for people who are doing this 100% themselves. If you're hiring a contractor, I think you're going to end up paying more money for their time and their learning curve and labor than you would just buying the door outright. Plus, every little mistake you make in a door which you're probably going to make several because it's just super hard to get it done right perfectly the first time, is going to lead to a loss in isolation. So buying pre-made doors that have been tested in facilities is going to probably give you better results than if you just built it yourself. All right, again, I'm Wilson Harwood. I'm a studio designer here in Nashville, Tennessee. And if you're interested in learning about soundproofing and doing it more yourself, check out my free workshop. It's there to help you out. I'm always trying to give on this channel. You just go to soundproofyourstudio.com/workshop. And then if you're a little bit beyond that and you're like, hey, this is overwhelming, this is not something I want to take on my own, I'm always there. The way this channel runs and how I'm supported is by the clients that hire me to build studio design. And if you're one of those people that want to have a professionally designed studio and I'll help you with the build, reach out. Go to soundproofyourstudio.com, click on the Soundproof Clarity Call application button, fill that out, and if you're a good fit, we'll set up a call and I'll talk to you in person shortly. So thank you all so much again for listening. More information on soundproofing and room acoustics coming to you every week. This week I'm a little bit behind. Next week I think I'm going to be behind again if you're watching this in real time. But it's been a very busy season in my life, and I'm just trying to stay consistent as best as I can with these YouTube videos. All right. Thank you all so much. Appreciate you. I'll see y'all later.